And welcome back to the Paul Dolden Details channel. We welcome back my wife's Dirty Rover Metro. This is her daily runabout. She absolutely loves this car and it's showing signs of rallying. Yeah, look at the state of it. Before we go any further, I have to mention Specky and Paul Talk Detailing. That's the podcast me and my dear friend Specky McSporran, fellow YouTuber and the podcast host. We've been running this into our third season this year. Yeah, who'd have thought it? If you haven't checked it out, link below. If you haven't got time to watch videos, get some earbuds in, some headphones, and listen to me and him have a damn good laugh, all things detailing. Back to the video. Look at the state of it. Let's sort this out. So we have a new pump sprayer, battery operated Bigboi, 1 litre. Sent down by the lovely guys at Ultimate Finish for me to use. There it is. There's the level, just to prove it. So we have a micro USB port for charging, a blue indicator light, charging time is 120 minutes and it has a 90-minute runtime. We also have the Ava Smart P60 stubby gun with the twisty nozzle thing on the end. It's got a 40-degree directional nozzle. There she is, the Dalek. Now, I'm going to tell you this, I never take the wheel trims off this car, partly because I end up cutting my fingers to bits, but they are so rare. You cannot find those wheel trims anywhere, super rare. It's just been for an MOT this car, rear brake failure, so it's had all the rear brakes rebuilt. And the suspension pumped up. Zero Decon shampoo. We're going to be using this in the battery powered sprayer for the tyres, the wheels and the lower part and the tailgate of this car. This will very easily break down the grime. Great on tyres. It's all-purpose cleaner. It's a pre-wash. Does a bit of everything. Hugely underrated in my opinion. The one great thing about cleaning this car, not only is it tiny, it's so simple, it's so easy to clean. Just having these wheel covers on. Oh, what a breeze. And yes, we're still using the rim mats. If you've got a block paved drive, get them underneath the car, because when you go and do things like putting tyre dressings on, you won't mark your drive and you won't cut your knuckles to bits when you're cleaning the tyres. Once again, there's a link underneath this video where you can get them from. Now the rear of the car, we have a rust issue around the bottom, just down there, yeah, right underneath the rear bumper, and we also have the arches bubbling up. And the reason for that is quite simple. The thing I'm doing at the moment is blasting out the arches. Previous owner didn't do it. All the crud builds up and then it just has moisture in it and then it rusts the car inside out. We are aware of the problem, the rust issues on the Metro. My wife's told me about it. I know about it because I cleaned the car. However, it's going to be expensive to put right, but we will be doing it. Do not worry. Hopefully, if we can get it done in the next year or so, I'll document it and I'll film it. I know a local garage and they apparently cut the arches out and then it's basically replaced everything that needs doing. Let's hope there's some left. So we're going to get the Decon shampoo on the car. This is going to start working its magic. It's going to encapsulate all the dirt and start breaking it down. This is a powerful cleaner, this is. We'll give this a good 10 minutes unless the postman turns up and I start chatting for half an hour. So obviously only being a 1 litre, you have to choose where you're going to spray this on your car. You're going to run out quite quickly. There's around £35 and lots of you will be going, I'm not paying that, that's ridiculous. Work out how many trigger sprays you break in a year. It'll probably pay for itself. Not just for doing jobs like this. If you've got PPF you're doing, window tinting, they're ideal. AM Details, AM Foam. Had this a while. Didn't show you the previous clip. I dumped the clip, and I'll tell you why. Because it was kind of a fail. And the reason it was a fail was two things. One, it was a crap shot. But the next thing, I'd been using my Foam R Lance. Now, this is nothing against Bigboi. I'd been using wet coat products in it, and I blocked it. So when I plugged it in, the machine hunted, it wouldn't do anything. Stripped it all apart, soaked it in Kill Rock Limescale Killer Remover, and then, hey presto, it's good to go. The one I'm using at the moment is the Carscope one, because I actually did it when I went and put all my camera gear away. So don't use Lances and then put them away after you're using wet coat products. Make sure you clean them out. Foam cam from the AM Details AM Foam. It smells incredible, this stuff. So all the nasty stuff on the lower part of the car has been dealt with by the Decon shampoo. This is going to go over the top and it's going to remove the rest of the crud from the vehicle. If it's really bad, then just use the pre-wash. Just use Decon shampoo. Now in classic YouTuber style, we're going to do the window rubbers, and there is a reason for this, and I'll show you. Not to look good on camera, it's this. It's all the brown muck that comes out of window rubbers that gets trapped. Who's been doing that? Come on, own up in the comment section. Who did that? Who drew those on the car? So 10-15 minutes of dwell time, and now we're just going to remove the pre-wash and the snow foam. Pre-wash, snow foam. There's an argument in the comment section waiting to brew. That is the dirt trap of all dirt traps. It actually moves. That's the boot spoiler. There it goes. Nice bit of Rover Bill quality there. Got all sorts of stuff behind that. So always make sure you do this bit really thoroughly. And I know I've said this in many videos before. If you're new to detailing, new to valeting, new to car care like this, use your pressure washer slowly. Don't wave it around. I know my eldest son, when he started doing his car, he used to wave it around like Harry Potter's wand. So that's it drying out, so you can see it's actually done something. Removed most of the junk. Now we're on to the next stage. I think you're going to like this bit. MJJC Foam, Snow Foam Shampoo. Yes, this is shampoo. I'm just not too sure about its origins. Or this. 100 ml, yeah, I can go with that. 100 ml of shampoo, 900 ml of water. I'm just not too sure letting a child wash a car. Is that good advertising? I'm not so sure. Anyway, we're going to go with it. So we're going to get 100 ml of solution in the jug. There you go. So remember, this is a snow foam shampoo. Here we go. I'm now going to gradually turn the... Yeah. That's maxed out on the dial on the MJJC Lance. Now, it might be different in a different Lance, which is less, so we say, aerated, thick. Now remember, this is a shampoo. We're going to be using this as a contact wash product. It is not a pre-wash. I have to state that. Just to show you how thick it is, I'm just going to turn the dial up in this shot. Watch. I've now officially turned my car into an igloo. Thumbnail shot. So with the rest of the solution that's left in the lance, we're going to put it in our wash bucket. So what is it actually like to use? We get it, it's super thick. It's thicker than a thick person from Thickville. But it is very lubricated and it is nice to use. However, it is messy. There is a lot of it. It just gets everywhere. Now you're going to be sitting there going, Paul, turn the dial down. You can turn the dial down, I appreciate that. And it is kind of done for effect to show you how thick this stuff is. Look at it running down the bonnet. Now, it's going to be super safe because there's so much of this to encapsulate any leftover muck on the car. With a decent pre-wash, you shouldn't really have anything. It was a good pre-wash, and this is kind of going to take care of the last bits if I have missed anything. But it is super messy. And yeah, you can actually miss bits, believe it or not. If you want to check out a good video on this, check out Sparkling Autos Mark over in Ireland. I put a link to his channel underneath. He's a very good friend of mine, smashing guy, does some amazing tests, does those quick Tuesday videos. You can check out his channel. So while this is an enjoyable experience, it's kind of a little bit over the top for me. I don't actually understand it. I've done this before with shampoos, but however, it's a little bit misleading to say it's a snow foam shampoo. Let me know what you think about that. Meanwhile, if you haven't subscribed, get subscribing. So we're going to get rid of all this. I've got a funny feeling that a lot of that is going to still be on the driveway. So it did leave a nice finish, I've got to say that. Is there a smell to it? Not really. I didn't really notice any smell to this product. I'm just not too sure about the origins with palm oil. For me, sustainability and all that, yeah. The rag company now, courteous of Darren, the hairy housewife. Link to his channel below. These are lovely cloths, these are. Always better once over their first wash though. They're a little bit fluffy, Darren, a little bit fluffy. So this is going to take off the last bits of water before we hit it with this Autobrite. This is an old one for you, Project 64. This is a gloss enhancing spray. It will leave a minimal amount of protection behind. It's not really designed for that. It's designed to go, wow, where's my sunglasses? That's really glossy. Do not over apply this product. Now, I was warned about this before I used it, and we are going to use two cloths. Carefully color coded by myself. Not. One to apply, one to buff off. Now, it does flash off fairly easily, and it is silky smooth to the touch. But what we really want is it to just give it a bit of a pop, and we want that gloss, we want that just waxed look. And the whole idea of these products is to make them simple. This is not a QD, it is not a quick detailer, it is not a hybrid quick detailer. This is a gloss enhancer. There is a whole topic on this. If you want to get involved in the comment section, let's kick it off. Traditional QDs, ceramic sealants, they're everywhere. Very confusing for the punters out there. We've been discussing this on the podcast. So if you over apply this, just get a damp microfiber and go over the panel again, and that will remove any streaking. I did find mid-evening, shall I say, went out there just to look at the Metro, as you do, because there's nothing on telly. Admire your work, and I found a couple little bits I missed on the bonnet, so I just got a damp microfiber and went over them, and they presto, all was good in the world. Don't look at the rust underneath that wheel arch. Next up, graphene acrylic trim restorer from, yes, Turtle Wax. Hard to believe, I know. This came with a package with some interior stuff, but I thought I'd grab this and give it a whirl. Now, I have used graphene type products on the trims before from Lithium, and they worked very, very well. This is more of a dye. It's a weird composition, and you're going to need several coats. Now, this was after the first application, so it's kind of left a sheen, but it hasn't really done a lot, and this is up to around 3 coats. The idea is you let it dry in between and then you buff it off. So did it actually work? Kind of sorts. It's not the best. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it is streaky. I found it quite finicky to apply. It wasn't the easiest stuff to use. However, these are old plastics. Look how faded they are, look. It's got watermarks and all sorts. It appeared to work really well on some parts of the car, and other parts it didn't. I didn't do the sides of the car, I just did the front bumper and the rear bumper. I think probably 5 coats, being realistic. And you're not going to do that on a day, are you? If you're doing a customer's car, it's going to take you a long time. So for me, it was kind of a hit and miss, this one. And that's what I mean about the streaking. Next up, the old faithful Carpro Pearl on the tyres. This will last months. This stuff just doesn't go away. It is, however, super glossy if you're using it neat the way I am. I don't know what happened here, but my camera started playing up and it wouldn't focus properly. I do apologise for this. That's better. Zoom out a little bit. No, I don't know what that was all about. I do apologise. Some before and after shots now. Get involved in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for all future uploads. And don't forget the podcast. Next, we'll be back with a Valet Pro video on the interior. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. And when I say a cup of tea, I mean a very, very strong beer. See you on the next one. Ta-ra!